And welcome back everyone, here's Rebel here. Tonight I continue my playthrough of Xenosaga 3. Well, last time the group got through the ruins in the back of the floating landmass, where they found the place that was present in KOS-MOS encephalon. And after that met with T-elos and Root who was no other, as I said, than the Red Testament. And after a short fight against T-elos, they thought they won, but Kodos was right that T-elos is way stronger than her. But before she got destroyed by her, the blue-eyed version activated once again. And there was a flash. And now they are somehow back in the first mill shop, 14 or now 15 years ago. They don't know when, but it looks like it's way time before everything went south on that planet. And they met with Virgil when he was younger, and also Febronia, and to their surprise, even Shion when she was just 8 years old. And this younger version told them that she saw a beautiful green ship that shaped like a swan landing nearby the neighboring Dabrye Mine. So now they are going there, but they gonna find a Calamity that has the flight with a 17-year-old girl. So yeah, Xenogears Easter eggs on the way. But before we continue, if you like what you see, then please like, share, subscribe and follow me. And don't forget to turn on the notifications to get notified when I'm about to stream. And don't forget to check out my other channel Twitch, you can find there a cigarette Rebel. Thank you everyone, let's continue. There's stuff scattered around here. Let's get every day. Ba -ba 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 -bum. Wait, if that's the house, why is it so empty? These machines are copy-pasted from the Alien movies. Yes, I do. Right, you have to press once again. I do this a few times. Oh, the swings are here. There's a few other really good items. I think I'm going to re-enter this way. And so this time I'm going to sell the Canadian eggs later. Because I don't remember that will the price skyrocket later or not. This is technically a mission for 15 years ago. There was a 1 year time skip. This is a mission of 15 years ago, so back in the days the Canadian eggs weren't a luxury item like later. I don't remember if I go into the mine, can I go back right now or not. So I'll try this way. This may be only supposed to happen after you clear the area. Let's see. Yep, there's nothing yet. Okay. Right, then this has to wait until I clear the mines. It's like it won't spawn until then. It's also has the limestone cave theme. What? Ah, there we go. At first, the other bit of the environment were only on patrol. But there was a tomboy in this Dabrye Mine, but I didn't think she was this bad. That Auto-tec she had, the thing is not civilian model. Man, she's crazy using mining dynamite here. Yeah, and somehow we have UTG as keeping byproduct bioweapons here. Oh, I think they can do that. You're vegan slice, right? Yes, you are. And the other. The game using Gator really worth it. Would make your fights go faster, but the Ether packs in 3 are brutally pricey. They're not cheap at all. And because they're percentage based, they aren't even that useful. What's 57 points? Oh. Yeah, those can wait. Physical or long? Yes, that one in general. In this one. I think that's from there. Those would be nice. Once the 20 ether points. I want those first. What's these two? And that one, this and this together. Oh yes. Okay. Isn't this the way where you go down there? No. So there'll be a bunch of Xenosaga Easter eggs here. Really, 3 is choco with Xenosaga Easter eggs. Nah. Turn around. There you go. Oh, that was nice. That ain't enough. Oh yeah, they can do this. That one. It's nice. Let's see. And it needs that. Look at Ninja Valor is really weak, but at least it's an artifact. And just like in the first game, using artifacts is the best thing that you can do. Oh, that's... This one's this strong. Oh. What is sorry, that's a lot of damage. HP or damage. And evasion. I want to get these. That one's also good. Oh, I thought there's 3000 just lying here. There's 3 of them. Huh. How am I with 33,000? Okay. 33? 13,000. Bit closer. Are you for real? Night night. I just want to do a double turn. What do we do this way? Oh, right. Yeah, the pillars. This way. Take a rest. Dicey. That's maybe not. Yes, it is. Still enough. Yeah, go. For real? That's great, I know that I get removers and stuff, but won't really help me. Not yet, not yet. Why is that? Yeah. This way. This is the way forward, or that was a segment? I'll go this way first. Maybe this way. Yeah. Oh, that girl in the orange dress. She's dropped an Adagas. Then she left. Auto-tec was not with her with his... What? That blue Auto-tec was with her with and the inside following her. I did so damage to it. That left arm won't be much fused if he hit a bit more. Well, let's see about it. Is that enough? Yes, it is. Oh. Wink. Right, these are 50s. Yeah. Oh yes, oh yes. And there's one even better. Peter Pack. Very few. Can just get. This is the segment? Or what was this? Yeah, I think there was a segment here. Nice. Ooh. That's too much for 2 targets. Nah, it doesn't do any damage. But that will do. There we go. I go with this first. And is she still using ether attack in this one or not? Segment. Oh right, there's the worst one. Yeah. Which is I. Well, currently, Moon is the one who needs that the most. For more EP and break limit. Let's send a picture from it. How do you say to be hardest powerful pitch? I don't know if there was every single one of them was in the seagull one. This one was in the bug one in the extra story, but the others, and also that's one of the MCs of the bug one, but the others, pass. I think that one of either every single one of them would be in one of them. KOS was in them. KOS is one of the main characters of the bug one, and she was a side character in one of the console arcs, together with Virgil. Oh yeah, that's what it spawns. Medium physical, high physical. High physical? That early. There's an Easter egg here. Let's remember the part where Bart and Faye goes down into the final part of the excavation site, and then Calamity flies around them. And we have that here. high roller coaster. Zipline! There's also this is a mine, not an excavation site. But down there, that even kind of looks like the excavation site. Like where you go down there with the monorail, but like Calamity. Do they have the boss fight here, or that's only the outside? Wait, that's so much like the Calamity cutscene. Nah, that's Ipsen. Of course that's you, Leupold.
被弾していたようにも見えましたが、先を急いだ方が良さそうですね。
That's the way back. Bum 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 bum. Leupold, let's go to Labyrinthos. Sorry, I'm late. Let's go to Labyrinthos. Dun 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 dun.
そこのあなたたち、止まりなさい。
Maria grown up a tiny bit.
あなた、マイさん？
No, that's Maria. That's Maria Balthazar. Just grown up a way tiny
おじい
bit.
さんが心配しているわ。戦闘をやめて戻りましょう。おじい様が？嘘。最近はユーティック機関の連中も手が込んできてるわね。
おいおい、俺たちは嘘なんかついちゃいないぜ。本当にあんたのじいさんに
子供を使って説得しようなんて、なんて卑怯な連中なの。まさかすでにおじい様も？
話を聞けよ。
安心して、僕たちはこの先に停泊している船に用があるだけなんだ。通りがかりに君のおじいさんに出会って。
この先の船ですって。やはりあなたたちユーティック機関の兵士なのね。あの船を使ってこの鉱山を破壊するつもりなんでしょう。
どうもし
Wait,
ないっ
aren't she
て。
was voiced
あ
by
のさ、
Saturina?
俺たちはユーティック機関とは関係ないんだって。
子供は黙ってて。
だから子供じゃねえ。
Kind of sounds like.
ったく、話にならねえな。通してもらうぜ。
Yeah, Saturina.
ここから先に行かせるわけにはいかない。
Yeah, that's her.
これ
Yeah,
以上
that's
あ
definitely
な
her.
たたちの好きにはさせないわ。
That
お
sounds
願い。
much younger. Yeah,
私たちの話を
2006.
聞いて。聞く必要なんかない。これ以上
This was way before Force Party Best Area and Neptune and the other stuff.
私は絶対に許さない。リューポルド
There's Ipsen.
父の胸、思い知れ。
And by the way, there's a gimmick for this one. You need to get the girl first. Otherwise, she gets so angry if you get Leupold first. Otherwise, just constantly does heavy break attacks. Constantly. Ah, mine has still got. Get the buttons down.
エーテルドライブ。
Did you connect? Nice. Oh, Momo doesn't have that. Oh. Come on. I'd like to stop Leupold first. Maybe that's not a thing. Come on! Come on! I need that Gustav item. No, give me. Eat a break. Wait, you don't have a Gustav? Oh. Nah. Go with medical too. I combat should go to her first. Yeah. We can go after that. Come on, take a rest. Okay, word. Natural might word there instantly. It would be nice to have disengage, but I don't have that yet. That's actually good for now. I can knock him down. Could you not? And here we go again. And there goes the music. But no. World goes into blank mode. Bonk. Okay, we're not that close. Good. Nah. Ta 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 ta. That's why you need to knock her down as fast as you can. It's time to knock out the Leupold. There we go. That's maybe not enough yet. But that should be enough. Yeah, there you go.
ごめんねリューポルド。
I just need to take down Leupold. Keeps in. Just have to go like this. Yeah, the turn is damaged. Energy system to neutralize heat. Currently, I don't even use that. Yeah, now we have a stronger version. This is gonna take a short rest soon. Just need to heal down a bit more. And if you do the opposite way, then Mai gets really angry. Almost even angry enough to grow a few centimeters, both in height and in bust, dye her hair black and just bandage her left arm, if you know what I mean. That level of angry. Just there's the Tyrion like that. For real? And it's maybe not enough. Then I'm gonna do that. And this. It's maybe still not enough. Okay, can't take another turn. And that should be enough, yeah. There, double pin strike. Rest nem bootleg 17. That's why. This is why it's important. Engine has the final. There's disengage. She has a second final attack. Nice. That's a bunch of money. But this is why it's important that this goes from 4,500 to 10,500.
あなたたち、私からリューポルドまでも奪っていく
No,
の
we're here for that shit.
分かってるわ。
Or Kaori.
私だって覚悟はできている。
We're here to take Psycho too.
さあ、殺しなさい。かつて私の父や鉱山の人たちを殺したように。
いい加減にしろよ。殺すつもりならとっくにそうしてるぜ。
安心していいよ。リューポルドへの攻撃も動力系に一時的な障害を与えた程度だから、すぐに元通りになると思うよ。
同情なんていらないわよ。
Ba-da-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum.
同情なんかしてないわよ。
おいシオン、
あの船には大切な仲間がいるの。
Ah, when the
邪魔をするという
console
のなら、
character from
こ
the
ちらも本気
Psycho
で行くわ。
character with the console character from the 80s.
この場所を大切に思っているのと同じくらい、私たちは
She's like, she's
あ
like,
の
what are
船
you
が
doing
大
here?
切なの。あなたにならこの気持ちが理解できるでしょ。
マイマイ、
おじい様。
怪我をしているではないか、このおせんば娘め。
ごめんなさい。おじい様の話を持ち出すものですから、このユーティック機関の連中がおじい様にまで手を出したかと。
この方たちはユーティック機関とは何の関係もない。
Yep.
まったくお前の無鉄砲にいつも悩ませられて。
Have you ever seen the black-haired version with the bandage doll? Then talk.
鉱山のみんなはユーティック機関に怯えて逃げ出しちゃったのよ。私以外に誰がここを守るっていうの。それに
Talk about rashness.
それに
Have you ever seen the taller, bustier, black-haired version with the bandaged arm?
あなたとお父さ
Then
ん
talk
を
about rashness.
つなぐ場所
The
な
original
の。
version of Brian.
心配しないで。あなたの思い出を踏みにじるようなことはしないわ。この先にあなたたちの船が停泊しているはずよ。マイさん。用が済んだらさっさと出て行ってちょうだい。これ以上の面倒はごめんだからね。ありがとう。
まったく気の強いところは誰かさんそっくりだな。
Interesting
ま
that
あシオン、
my die still can sounds like this in the 2010s. Like in Kodogushi, for example. Meanwhile, Satoru sounds so much younger here, maybe just for the role, but still. 2010s is Word, for example, or as Naomi. She already sounded older. She sounds kinda young here. And she was younger, that's for sure, but maybe just the character. Dabrye Mine. Mining mills are located in the southeast part of Labyrinthos. A relatively wide range of mineral ores are mined here, including gold, silver, copper, lead, zinc, and iron. So it means that Misha's crust is not the crust, the core, partially the crust too, is has a similar structure to Earth. There's mainly mined for iron and produced the most iron of any Misha mine, boasting a area of 9 million tons. If I remember correctly, that's not that much even with Earth standards. According to my report, most of the mined irons were used in the construction of Labyrinthos. The Ignitic organization armed itself, the mine's crew was forced to work under increasingly restricted conditions. By the time Milsha disappeared, the mine had mostly been abandoned. It is said that the tight restriction on workers stems from a feud between the old Hieropressy and the government of the Republic, which is a puppet of the Federation. What's up? This by 7. By the way, 11. Which one is 11? Well, no info yet. Isamagus. And the resident of the Dabrye Mine on Milsha. Originally a labor immigrant from another star system after Milsha became a republic. He worked as mine laborer with his son Tesla. However, the degradation of working conditions that resulted from the transfer of mining rights from the mission government to the UTIC organization then increased in an anti-UTIC organization sentiment. As a result, he became a central figure to a quasi-resistance organization against the UTIC organization. Though that resistance was later defeated by the UTIC organization, Aizen, his love for the mine, remains there today with his granddaughter Mai, hoping for the mine's revival. People like Aizen's immigrant workers are not aware of mission's transformation from theocracy to republic, busy themselves with complaints about their own circumstances. That was fast! Viewing the world with a somewhat narrow-minded perspective. Tesnomagus. Another figure of the resistance movement organized by mine workers in the Dabrye system. Wait, that's also just copy-pasted from the stories on Solaris. To combat the harsh working conditions forced upon them by the UTIC organization. Captured by UTIC organization during the mine workers' riots, he was suspected he had as a connection experiment test subject at Labyrinthos where he lost his life. That's also literally Nikolai. His father Xenosaga is convinced that the UTIC organization murdered Tesla during the riots. Tesla's daughter Mima still believes somewhere in her heart that her father is still alive. Maria, you have to let my consciousness into Zipsian secrets. Now, fire with the... not face transfer, fire with the gravity gun. My Magus. Tesla Magus is beloved daughter. She lives in the Dabrye Mine, along with her grandfather Xenosaga. And if not, but is then? Losing her father in Dabrye Mines rebellion, she customized his favorite Auto-tec Leupold for use in battle and protect the peace of Dabrye Mine. And the Leupold. A Leupold Auto-tec that was specially tuned by Tesla Magus for mining in Dabrye Mine. After Tesla's death, his daughter Maya retuned the Auto-tec so that it could epic firearms. Being tuned, Leupold no longer resembles a labor Auto-tec, and its weaponry exceeds even that of a military-use heavy AMS. Doesn't seem like. Because even later you can go toe-to-toe with on AMS. Meanwhile, this is quite early game and still can defeat Leupold easily. Where is that side door there? What's up? Oh god, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Wait, wrong English.
お前さんも元気で何よりだ。
まあこいつらが簡単にくたばるとは思えないけどな。
おいおい、ちびだんな。
There's no part where Shino goes completely Saga Shion.
よかった。もう会えないかと思いましたよ。
アレン君。ねえ、それよりコスモスは誰かあの子のこと知らない？
主任、コスモスなんですが。
First time we broken.
どうかしたの？
ジョーちゃん、ES もコスモスもとりあえず回収はしてやる。だがそれ以上はどうしようもなかったんじゃ。
Yep.
どうしようもない。
自分の目で確かめるのが一番じゃ。助手人を案内してやれ。
主任、こっちです。
That's the number 2 thing. Takes back up until the Xenosaga Freak side stories. There, Professor also involved KOS-MOS in his experience. And she was assistant number 1 and then assistant number 2.
KOS-MOS.
Yup, that's just the maintenance bed. He is inside there.
そんな嘘でしょ。
テロスとの戦闘でコアを傷つけられたんです。
I don't call crystal, that's a different one.
躯体に対するダメージや制御系のプログラムならいくらでも修理は効きます。でもブラックボックス部分が壊されては僕たちでは手の施しようがありません。
そんなことないわよ。直せないわけがないわ。アレン君だって博士だっているじゃない。
主任、分かっているでしょう。コアを直せるのは設計者であるケビンさんだけなんです。
Yeah.
コスモスはもう動くことはないんです。
コスモス、嫌よ。目を開けてよコスモス。
By the way, I barely heard just a few of her roles, but there is a really good voice actress. Also was awesome in Kotogushi, for example.
セーブしますか？
Alright, 5747, yeah. Just leveled up 3 times with the 2 finished tracks. That's the difference. Let's go 2000. Well, in the door and the dog.
そっちはどうや？なんか分かったか？いえ、依然として UMN のどの帯域でもエルザおよび ES の反応が探知できません。ログも残ってへんの。はい、そんなことが。何らかのアクシデントで転移したのなら必ずログが残るはずなの。
So yeah, that and what will happen later.
超救命隊ごとプランクスケールまで。
This part of the plot is completely impossible.
もうチビ様、どこ行ってしもうたんや。ガイナさんを戻すや
And
つ。
also side quest involving this area of the game.
チビ様か。ユリ・ミズラヒ。
その様子だと何か問題が起きたみたいね。
チビ様たちが調査対象ごと消失してしまい、私たちはその捜索を。
そんな、彼らの行方はまだわからないの？
Yep.
はい、残念ながら。
そう。
ミズラヒ、状況確認のために連絡をくださったというわけではないようですね。
鋭いわね。実は連邦政府に新たな動きがあって、それで急ぎあなたたちに知らせようと。
深刻そうですね。それで新たな動きとは？
連邦政府がある中域への侵攻作戦を開始することになったのよ。
ある中域への侵攻作戦。
オルムス発祥の地と言われる惑星ミクタム。そこに対して大規模な侵攻作戦を行うらしいの。
Originally called
連邦艦隊
Abaxis.
はすでにミクタムに向けて発信したわ。完成したばかりのメルカバを伴って。
メルカバやて。
Interesting, by the way, that in the Japanese dub, they make a difference between Proto Merkaba and the finished Merkaba. Meanwhile, in English, it's just the Proto fix is there. Originally, the original one is called Tennokuruma, aka literary translation of Merkaba, so the Chariot of Heavens. Meanwhile, this one was called in the Hebrew version, so Merkaba.
まさかディミトリ・ユリエフ。
ええ、このままではかつての戦乱が再び。いえ、それ以上の事態が起こってしまう
It's
恐れがあ
interesting
る。
that they go with the literal translation for the Proto version, and then they go with the Hebrew version for this one.
私たちは何をすれば？
状況次第ね。場合によっては
連邦軍を敵に回すこともあり得ると。
ディミトリがミクタムへと向かった理由、あの男が探 単なる制圧作戦で全軍を動かすとも思えない。
そこに何かがあるんやな。
モモに残されていた Y 資料の断片に気になる記述があったの。移民船団の一派はロストエルサルムを脱出する際、あるものを持ち出していた。
あるもの？
ザラトゥストラ。
ザラトゥストラ？
それが何であるのかは現在も調査中よ。ただディミトリも Y 資料を手に入れている。私たちより完全に近い形で。彼の
how
行
did
動
he get that?
はそれと関係があるような気がするの。
Dimitri has an even more complete version of the Y data. And that doesn't make sense. Because there's only a single person who has the entire Y data now. And he is dead and also not dead. Albedo. Albedo is the only person who has the Y data, the complete Y data. And he already used it up to open up the pools column. That also opened up the abyss, the twin black holes that leads to Old Milsha, that then got destroyed when Sergius the 17th activated Proto Omega and turned the entire planet into the Omega system. And then that got destroyed too when the Testaments and Albedo interrupted there, and that caused Dudu to awaken and turn the entire area into a space-time anomaly. That then was defeated by Junior, and then Albedo gone. Well, actually no, because he got resurrected by Wilhelm as a testament. So the only person who is still having the Y data, it doesn't have the Y data anymore. They have the backups that they managed to mine out from Kanan's mind that hasn't been completely blocked and deleted and stuff like that. But there was never a single explanation that how can Dimitri have a far more complex version of the Y data. Because he never got a copy of it.
そちらには ES とエミュレーターがある。万一の事態の時はディミトリの暴走を止められるかもしれない。これはヘルマー代表の意思でもあるのよ。
Where's the sentence that then you should be able to stop Dimitri when he goes rogue or berserk?
おっちゃんのそこまで事態は逼迫してるっちゅうことか。
The old guy?
肝心のエルサが行方不明ではどうにもならないわね。
任しといてください。何としてでもチビ様たちは見つけます。そんでもってあの自信がアホなことしてかしそうになったら思いっきり横面ひっぱたいてやりますわ。
Are you sure about it?
そうね。そのためにもチビ様たちを早く見つけないと。
いつも無理難題ばかり押し付けてしまってすまないわね。私も急ぎそちらへ向かいます。
There's nothing we can do, so let's just chill in the Elsa.
無理だな。欠損している基幹細胞自体を移植しないと助からない。
私の臓器を移植してください。欠損分はそれで補
Yeah,
え
this
る
is the
と思います。
original version of what
あれは
happened.
フェブ。そうか。バジル中尉の手術だ。
This is the original version.
待ちたまえ。そんなことをしたら君はどうなる？こんな一兵士のために貴重なレアリエンを失うわけにはいかない。
細胞同士の親和性はあるはずです。私のことなら大丈夫。
What about blood types? What about immune suppression?
あれ兄さんじゃない。
Yeah.
皮脂は硬そうだな。仕方ない。やってみよう。
This is the original timeline. This is how it actually happens originally.
Yume。そうか。あ あの時あの少年が助けてくれたんだ。
Also, do I have a... Uh-huh. It doesn't say here. No. But there's just supposed to be a few years. Oh, there's supposed to be just a few years between them. But then, how come that there? That's the part where the timeline is getting weird once again. That the other Shion, as we learned from the database and learned from the earlier games, that she was 8 years old then. But Kevin is... We're gonna learn soon that Kevin was 16. But that's 8 years when there's supposed to be just 2 or 3 between them. Something ain't right there. Yes and no. Could we find it already? Nope. Okay. Oh, Shion-san, you're awake. You're looking for the others. They should be in the gun room. Gun room? It's right outside of the main elevator. Professor says he has something important to talk about. Yeah. Everything is collapsing, we are gonna die. Yay! That's the one. It's before. I know that if Matthews and the crew is constantly in big depths, how could they afford to constantly murder the freaking Elsa? Did you listen to the professor yet? No, I'm not. This actually looks semi-serious. I wonder if anything is wrong. It's locked, yeah. Currently worth 1,000. Ah, now we have the new ones. Uh-huh. That's way too early. And XI or 11 is better. So give me this. Give me this. Give me this. Let's see, Grampus spanning here. It's a bit better now defense and Ito defense wise, but still doesn't worth it. The these are still better. And I won't buy these until I check the others. Because Surface Clementine. That's the thing that I don't get at. Why can I buy weapons and armors for KOS-MOS when she is not available? And she ain't going to be available for at least 5 to 10 hours after this. Oh. And then... yeah, let's get 3 of these. And so let's get 3 of these. That will help. Does will be nice. Nope. And yeah, we have these instead of these swords. Ba-da-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ring. Nah. They're going to be on items soon. That I can get as many times as I want. There's the other rabbit. Just look different here. But there's an item that I could get soon. It gives the same break limit. And it's there for free. You can just farm it constantly. So, no thanks. Wait, I also should equip it. I only wanna buy the other armors when I see the stats for it. For example, this one's still better.
器がないって？
Yep.
どうかしたの？
いや、それがちょっと
Just a
問題
little
が。
bit, yeah.
おい、ちゃんとわかるように説明してくれよ。
だからないんじゃよ、アニマの器が。機体自体には何ら異常が見
But
当
the
たらん
power
の
source
じゃ
is
が、
gone. Yep.
動力炉の部分だけが忽然と姿を消
Kind
し
of like in the ending of Xenogears when you defeat Deus and after that
そんな
the
バカなことが。
slave generators aren't working anymore
原因は何です？
because the Zohar transferred into a higher
さっぱ
dimension.
りお手上げじゃな。
もしかしてタイムトラベルの弊害でしょうか。
そうそう、弊害といえばな、このままだとさらにやばいこと
Or
に
it
なる
should
かもし
because
れんぞ
if this is a real time travel then we already rewritten
なんだよ。
the timeline
まだあるのか
multiple
よ。
times.
いいか、わしらは本来この世界に
That's right.
あってはならない存在じゃ。そのしわ寄せが少しずつではあるが鮮烈エネルギーとして蓄積されておる。
Yep.
このまま放っておけば確実に崩壊するじゃろうな。
And also the complete rewritten of the entire timeline.
崩壊するって何が？
この宇宙がじゃ。
Yes.
はあ？
まあ宇宙は言い過ぎとしても少なくともこの中域くらいは消し飛ぶじゃろうな。
Create another space time anomaly.
そのぐらいこの鮮烈エネルギーというのは凄まじいものなんじゃよ。
どうすんだよ、結構やばいじゃんそれ。
どうにかできないのか。
まあできないこともないがの、う
Yep.
まくこの鮮烈エネルギーをフィールド内に固定し時空連続体に干渉することができれば元の時代に戻れるかもしれんが。
なら問題ないじゃん。さっさと始め
By
よ
the
う
way, aren't
ぜ。
you supposed to do that with electromagnetic fields?
その話は最後まで聞かんか。理論的に可能かもしれんというだけ
If
じ
I
ゃ。
remember right, then you're supposed to bend space-time continuum with electromagnetic waves if they are strong enough. Not with
強
heat.
固なフィールドを張るほどの出力を出す方法が今の
You're
ところ
supposed to be able to
全
bend
くない
reality
ん
with a
じゃ
strong
から
magnetic field.
どうすることもできんの。
But not with heat. Plum, plum.
コスモス、あなたはもう目覚めてはくれないの？おはようと言ってはくれないの？
Will you ever see Moo to me again? Wait, that's the other Shion. Moo.
主任、また
Satoshi
ここ
Kun, will
に
you
いた
ever
んで
wake
す
up
か。
again? Wait, that's the other Shion.
元の世界に戻れたらきっとコスモスを治す方法だって見つかりますよ。だから
アレン君、
はい。
ここが本当にあのミルチアだと思う？
そうですね。にわかには信じられませんけど、
Yep.
ももちゃんが集めたデータは間違いなく15年前のミルチアを指し示してますし、
私にはわからない。確かにここはあの時のミルチアだわ。フェブもバージル注意も幼い自分自身にもあった。
Yep.
でもだからって簡単には理解できない。
Well, because technically it shouldn't be possible.
ここが本当にあのミルチアなら、あと数日後には最悪の運命がこの
Yes,
星を
everyone
襲う
knows
ことに
that.
なるのよ。
I think everyone is in the history classes.
信じられる？
So everyone saw what happened in the
そう
Encephalon.
いえばジンさんが言ってましたよ。ここが本
And
当
half
に
the
過去
people
の世界なら
here are
僕たちの
actually
行動以外
veterans
に
from
よっ
that
て
era.
はその後の未来に重大な影響を及ぼしかねない。
Yeah, or it should, and there's nothing.
確かに過去をいじくったら僕たちにどんな影響
But
が
then
出る
there's
かわからないです。
going to be something, but that wasn't supposed to be possible.
でもよ、
Because we're gonna learn some
そうな
stuff later.
私たちの手で過去が変えられるってことじゃない？アレン君は過去を変えたいと思わない？
You aren't supposed to do that. Didn't your other parent kind of like KOS-MOS just with magenta hair and says I would say that? That you aren't supposed to do that.
後
They
悔
managed
し
to do
な
that
い人
constantly
間なんかいない。
in the 80s.
誰だってやり直せるものならやり直したいと思ってるんじゃないですか。でもやっぱり状況がわからないうちはこの世界に干渉するべきではないと思いますけどね。
You just ask your other bestie.
確かに理屈ではそうかもしれ
You're
ないけ
supposed to
ど
do that. Don't ask her what she did in the 80s constantly.
もういろいろありすぎて頭がおかしくなりそう。
主任、きっと疲れが溜まっているんですよ。もう少し休んでいたらどうです？
Nope.
そうね。気分転換にちょっと街の様子を見に行ってくるわ。
Yeah. Professor just said that don't interfere with the timeline even more.
待ってくださいよ。
Go to the city and explore. What
外
could
に出
go
るのはまず
wrong?
いですよ。
Yeah.
何かしてないと落ち着かないのよ。それにこんなところにいたら状況だってわからないままだわ。
So we go out and cause even more disturbance in the time continuum. Yeah. What could go wrong?
ちょっと主任、待ってくださいよ。
じっとしているなんて耐えられないの。
この世界に干渉するのはまずいですって。
And still doing it constantly.
告げ口してもいいのよ。
主任。
大丈夫。町まで行ってくるだけよ。2、3時間で戻るからみんなには心配しないでって伝えておいて。
町って情報だと連
And with just this single sentence, she is the most irresponsible of all the protagonists. When the others were also kind of irresponsible, all of them, that Faye, Shulk, Rex even, Noah and Mio, they were also irresponsible sometimes, and Rex and Emma too. But this, that we have to sit still. We are in the past. We aren't supposed to interfere with anything. No, just go take a stroll in the city. What could go wrong? They directly tell you that don't go into the city. Don't rewrite the timeline anymore. Because it can cause a heat dissipation. And it could destroy the entire area. No, I go take a stroll in the city. No, you can tell me what to do.
の降下部隊との交戦地域ですよ。
Okay, you have traumas, lady, but
なんだってそんな
still,
ところに
that makes you the most irresponsible Zeta protagonist.
待ってください。僕も行きますよ。
Even that, oh, by the way, we have this guy with this state identity disorder who maybe annihilated an entire continent 2 years ago. You know what? We should put him back to his weapon that he used back then. What could go wrong? That was also responsible for this even more.
いいわよ。
よくないですよ。一人じゃ危険ですって。
And also there is this guy who is literally a vessel for God.
コスモスがいないんだから。
And handling a weapon that can cut anything that he wants when he learns how to use it. Let him go. Oh, by the way, he doesn't supposed to have a soul, but now he has. What could go wrong? Defeating God in both sides could just cause the universe to collapse once again. What could go wrong? And the God is actually just guy who played with the Zohar in that universe. What could go wrong? This way seems to be faster to get to the city. Trust me and we could escape from the city. Doesn't show from here either. And once again, oh wait, there it is. There's the street. But first, rewind the timeline even more. 3. What could go wrong? Everything?
主任、
隠れて。ユーティック機関のトレーラーかしら。何かの事故ね。
Looks like it's an accident. Shion, your observation skills are really, really low. You see those? That's not an accident. That's not an accident. Those are bullet holes. And from quite high caliber weapon.
連邦に攻撃されたんでしょうか。
さあ、ここからじゃ詳しい状
Sorry to die
況
from
はわ
here.
からないわね。
Yeah, there's just bullet holes everywhere on the transport.
待って、誰か出てきたわ。
くそ、ひどいな。中はぐちゃぐちゃだぞ。
Those holes are quite big. That was quite a big caliber.
機関察官、こちらです。
762 or even higher.
父さん？
え？父さんってあの人が？
間違いない。周防宇月。私の父よ。
中の検体の様子は？ダメです。超清掃ごと破壊されてますね。
Yep.
これでは使い物になりませんよ。
まったく連邦軍も見境のない奴らばかりだな。おかげで計画にまた遅れが生じる。
どうしますか？
重要データだけ回収しろ。その他は全て廃棄だ。レアリアンは放っておけ。後で処理班に焼却させる。行くぞ。
The other interesting thing that this is right outside the city.
ひどい。何も
It's right outside the city. And interestingly, the capital is not under martial law.
DZ200330 戦闘用レアリエンのようですね。ちょっと主任、何してる？
Also, those who are a bit more versed in what happened, and just not too long ago, in the first game, there were a bunch of serial numbers in Proto-Merkaba about faulty rail units. And the DZ2000 series is them.
ですか？
これよ。
それ ID じゃないですか。
コネクションギア貸して。
いいですけど、何をするんです？
Just
この
fortune.
ID を改ざんして2人分の ID を作るのよ。
Yep.
まさか。
Hey, that is illegal, you know?
ユーティック機関の研究員のようね。レアリエンのコーディネーターだわ。中に予備の制服も置いてあるわ。
By the way, there's a gigantic plot hole here once again. That Suo and the others were here. So they definitely know what happened here. They also know which transport is this. So after that, they can just look back the logs that who was on the transport, what was the content, and after that they can figure out that, hey, this ID is the one that's supposed to be one of the currently dead scientists. What are you doing here? That ain't right. Plot hole. They can just easily look back the numbers and check the log. Who was in there? That's something highly illegal.
調べたいことがあるの。先に戻ってていいわよ。
いいわよって主任を一人にできないですよ。一体どこへ行くつもりなんです？
Something highly illegal. First, second.
おそらくラビリン
Again,
トス。
ruining the timeline.
やっぱり父とユーティック機関の間にはつながりがあったんだわ。それが何なのか調べないと。 一緒に来るつもりならアレン君も早く着替えて。
Before I get there, somewhere, yeah, there it is. Where's locked? Yeah. Wait, no, that's the other one. Get back to this one later. There is an item there that you will need to get Jin's ultimate weapon. And also, if you remember this area, this was the part where the boss fight was with Margus in the beginning of 2. And where you can later fight Beelzebul. And this is the place. There's the Taurus universe. There are these rings that you can destroy. And then there is this path that you can take with the ES. And then there's the other one that you can go on foot. And there's a thing leading up. That makes you end up here. Ah, there it is. Yeah, swimsuit. This is the starting area of 2. This is where the tutorial starts. This is where ES Asher lands. And then you can go this way. Destroy some stuff here. There's a cutscene here. You go up here. You go through here. And you end up here. This is where they switch to on foot mode. You go down this way. And this is where the boss fight is. So this 3 streets here. This is the area from the second game. And later too, the Elsa lands a bit further down that way. And then you kind of go this way, but this path here is different because of the fallen down roads and everything. But then later, you go through here. This is also fallen down and flooded. And then you go through here. You go through there. And then you... This is where everything was ruined, and there's the Navgar, somewhere crashed and somewhere here. After that you go this way, and then you go in there, there's the gate, that leads to Labyrinthos. Well, that's the Song of Labyrinth, but this is also Labyrinthos. So that's the other path, that somewhere ends up here. There's the Navgar and everything. You go in here, and then you go to Labyrinthos. That's the other path in the second game. And there's also maybe even can be seen from the world map. If I could find it. It is visible somewhere, and there's also a viewing platform. But there is the playground and the surrounding parks from the first game. That is when I first entered this area of the game, and then... Hey, this street is familiar. Oh, that's the start of the second game. This entire street from here to down there. It was awesome that when I found it that... But, oh, wait, this is the area from 2. It's that area here. That's the... No, that's complex. No, that's not the park. And cycle think time. We have a few here. There are storages everywhere, but there's actually not a marshal or anything.
$20 キロまで迫っているんですもん。
The Federation front line is only 20 kilometers away. This is the capital. No one is evacuated. There's no martial law.
戒厳令が出ていない分、
Yep.
まだ余裕はあるみたいだけど。
Yeah.
連邦軍はなぜ一気に攻め込まないんでしょう。
Too many civilians.
攻め込みたくてもできないの
Too
よ。
many civilians, so
軍
factory.
の主力を構成しているレアリエン部隊が使えないんじゃ
And
ね。
yeah, they are defective.
使えないってどういうことです？
忘れたの？まだ西岸全域に拡大させてはいないけれど、ユーティック機関はレアリエンを暴走させる手段を持っているのよ。
ネピリムの歌声。
Yep.
そう。それにここには民間人も多いし、何よりゾハルがある。おいそれと光線管兵器を撃ち込むわけにもいかない
They
んでしょう
could.
ね。
I don't think that the entire Federation would treat them kindly after they put some side of the Geno here. Urban A district. I mean, I lost again. Sure about winning numbers on the challenge coupon this time around. Do you come to buy challenge coupons? If only I knew that numbers way ahead of time, I'll be rich. Yeah, I'm gonna do just that. Oh, just 100. Okay. So 68. Yep. $86, 37. And the last one is 12. And these three are the winning numbers. Yeah, nullifier, yep. With time to also ramp up on these. Can wait a tiny bit, but not for too long. Because after a side quest, and then arriving later to the end game, this one is going to be replaced by the other one. And that costs, I think, 10 times more. If I do this, then these are completely useful after that. The Shion is already 100%ed, but I still need for Jin and KOS-MOS. Let's see, that's so the 1,000, 10,000 for each. So 20 units, yeah. There, and then another 20 later. Oh, wait, nope. These what? The situation is becoming tense. All left is now to wait for Common Marcus's orders. Don't you know anything? There's a rumor that the Federation is going to invade Misha soon. Isn't the mission member of the Federation? We don't know anything. Now that you mention it. We should have been a land with strong ties to the immigrant fleet. Naturally, you think which was built its headquarters here. Also, there's a large number of immigrant fleet descendants on its members. These what? I don't know if it's really creative, but high-ranking government officials established the mission of the Cerebral Sciences Research Mizrahi Cerebral Sciences Research Center here after the destruction of planet Miktam. We fear that vital research resources and researches of the immigrant fleet will be taken by the Federation, so we created a UTIC organization in secret from the hands of the Federation. The project progressed, UTIC's influence grew stronger. Government probably isn't very happy about the group of immigrant fleet descendants is running the project. For the past several months, there have been numerous incidents of aliens who were calibrated on its planet going out of control. So realizing that is a perfect access for them to occupy Professor Mizai's lab, our most valued treasure. This planet is an autonomous nation mostly comprised of immigrant fleet descendants. Of course, the people of Misha won't look kindly on the government's behavior. Yeah. I love Harami ice cream. What? Do you want to ask something? Yeah. You know the Harami is in the Switch. Don't touch the Switch. I got here when I was playing with it. Yeah, it's fun. That's this for now. I'm asking regular customers. Ice cream there is really good. I mean the rat comes by a lot. There's an item there. What is a precious resource? Try to recycle as much as possible. But we will automatically shut down, yeah. What is it here? Skibberry C. Hey there, what flavor do you want? A cheaper alternate for the medkits. Would be nice, but I need the upgrades first. The G and don't mess with that switch. Yes. Oh. What does not do that? Kind of looks like one of the ads from Nemesis. Yeah, and this starts another chain here. Huh? Yeah. This is where he's supposed to meet. Where is Linda? I'm meeting my girlfriend here. And I have to be on a specific that has been happening lately. And there is this thingy here. This street is a street from the first game. Yeah, Pika. Also, remember this girl? She was the one who turned into one of the Labyrinthos. And you could destroy that to go into the thingy. So this was in the first game. So this street is in the first game. That's even the manhole there. And there's the street going from there. Convenience store. Let's go to convenience store. So this area here, that's in the first game. Don't tell me what to do. Let's find it. SCM, electric countermeasure. Anti-SCM. SCM stands for electric countermeasures. Weapon that interferes with electric equipment. Yeah, like chef and stuff like that. MP. In contrast, SCM attempts to nullify that interference and restore functionality. Yeah. That says Bunny Plushie. Yeah. Bunny doll that Junior bought for Momo as a present. Yeah, that's also in Freaks. But she wanted it when they had been out shopping together in the foundation. Yeah. Says that Sakura Misery also had this same doll, and Momo's attachment to it may be because of her connection with Sakura's subconsciousness. Yeah. That doll is also one of the plot elements of Xenosaga Freaks. But for this Elsa project, instead of Makuros, a large-scale plan proposed by Professor to make the Elsa into a mobile fortress. Something every giant robot needs. Makuros. Maybe even Gundam. Because I know that Namco has a license, maybe not for all, but for many Gundam stuff. In other words, he wanted to construct a laboratory to maintain giant robots inside of the Elsa. However, the plan the Professor came up with was the crazy had directly transferred his existing laboratory from the Kukai Foundation into the Elsa. Things didn't go exactly according to plan, but the incident did lead eventually to moving the Professor's laboratory, the Robot Academy, on board to the Elsa. Schrödinger. Where are the two dots from there? Yeah, this is also from Xenosaga Freaks. The name of the remote control system for KOS-MOS developed by the Professor. Yeah, she started hallucinating the cat from that. And then she learned to hate cats. Eh? What? Cat. A cat. You like cats? No. The correct feeling to describe what I feel around what I feel about no. What was it? That the right feeling or something like that to describe what I feel about them is hatred. We have a remote control module attached to KOS-MOS's head. It takes over KOS-MOS's artificial emotion program and controls her according to the operator's will. Problem with the system causes KOS-MOS to go out of control and obliterate the Elsa's lower blocks. Yep, this is a Freaks. Step number 2. Name given to and originally by the Professor. Generally, the Professor calls him this by making him help with work at the Robot Academy. Every time he's called by this name, he gets run into some sort of trouble, so he doesn't think very fond of it. That's number 3. Yeah, just it was not the D3 but the D1 KOS-MOS. Name given to KOS-MOS by the Professor. The Professor was trying to control KOS-MOS remotely, this is what he called her. Yep. According to the Professor, it's an appropriate name for an assistant processing both power and technique. Frying pan, yeah, bunny frying pan. Yeah, that was something. The KOS-MOS, you can't just stop her with brute force, even Ziggy's force. No. But what can stop her? Momo with a frying pan that has the picture of Bunny on it. Frying pan with a drawing of Bunny on it. So it's stored in the Foundation colony. Mo asked Chaos to buy it for her and she could learn cooking from Shion. It's one of Momo's favorite possessions. He bonged. Beautiful dash that perfectly fits Momo's hand, ball shape and weight. Yeah! No doubt causes with it. This Saga Freaks is interesting. I don't know why they stopped the project. One of those chapters is still missing. When Gassi was up there and it was still working, then you could download to remember what was in it, the Pawn Scripter or Rampai. One of the visual novel engines that it was made with that, and you could write on PC with English translation. It was quite good, translation wise. It was interesting. And as a side note, the Nekomini KOS-MOS and the Ellen sprite from that game is used in Namco X Capcom. Get to my balloon, get it back. How can we catch that cat? It goes, don't pop it. Why don't do it with square? A square circle. Come back! Balloon, come back! I lost my balloon! Come back! Balloon, come back! How do you do this? How do you do this? Let's go drag coupon, give you a big balloon. Oh, right. Right. That's why it's on the list there, yeah. This isn't a combat zone. Right, we need to use one. Oh wait, no, that's not it. This is the one. This is guest, okay. Right, you have to do that. Okay, there we go. You did it! Thank you very much! The boy is my treasure. Thanks for getting it back for me. Take this. Berry ice creams. Oh, my balloon. It's so cute. Thank you, Spider-Man. As long as I have this balloon, I can go anywhere. I'm going to stay here for a while. I like this place. Yeah. You do. You do, boy. You do. Why? But you do, boy. Mia ice cream. Wait, huh? Everyone is just ignoring the current situation, going about it as if everything is normal. I have to play the people as the fighting begins. Does Misha not have its own military? Misha's military is the former theocratic government. Military is the main force of the Utic organization. So the Federation plan to disassemble the theocratic government forces failed. Yeah. There it is. And there's Shion too. So there's the part also from the first game. So Tourists in the city are really friendly. I'm going to join the organization one day and get those Federation bad guys. Station report 6. Yeah, it was only once. Listen, the statues are not there. And the segment door neither. This is the park, also from the first game. No repair. Open space. Is they've been being deceived. Because they protect us when the Federation attacks, they have no idea what their real objective is. They claim they're fighting to improve the status of immigrant descendants, but what do you think? You may have a point. See, yeah, I'm sure they're cooking something up behind the scenes. Nah, everything is fine. Yeah, damn, the drag destroyed my life in the 7 moons. It's nothing, just leave me alone. How do you start this one? Because this one is important. And Julia, Lodge, Andy, Lodge. Okay. Facility up is kind of creepy. What? Want to know what this facility is? Yeah. Do you want to know? Yeah. There is said to be a hospital. Ever since that it was built, the Utic people have been acting really suspicious. It's like they are turning into some kind of fanatical cult. They were already a fanatical cult. I just don't know what to do with some people. In first these days, look up. Young folks these days look up to those Utic files way too much. I'm gonna say that Utic doesn't give a damn about the immigrants from the Federation. I thought that wasn't supposed to be access back then. Let's see. Oh, no. We ain't going there because I'm out of time. Soldiers are so cruel. Primero. I gotta be a nurse. May I marry someone strong? Where's Billy? And also Jesse. But those two, that Jesse James and Bill the Kid, quite obviously. Hey, did you hear about the pilot? What pilot? That monster who pilots the green M's. Yeah, I heard the rumors. Heard he used to be under Commander Margulis. Commander Margulis? They say his M's supply to captive is higher than the Commander's. Oh, I wouldn't go against someone like that. We must try a turquoise blade among the pilots. What about the turquoise blade? I've never actually seen him. Of course, if I had, I wouldn't be here now. Why? Because if you met with him on the battlefield, you won't come back alive. According to rumors, I've heard he can cut an M's in half. The monster even is not in the M's. So it's obvious that who is that? Just remember one of the cutscenes from the second game's intro. Jin. Riding a similar M's that looks kinda like Heimdall. Just during the second disc when the animatronics aren't working and they have to use their regular gears. But they didn't bother to change it back to the hand-to-hand version, so Heimdall uses Fenrir's sword. Now that's just the Xenosaga edition. Okay, so this is where I continue from next time. Thank you everyone for watching. If you liked, then please like, share, subscribe and follow me. And don't forget to turn on the notifications so you get notified when I'm about to stream. And don't forget to check out my other channel on Twitch. You can find there Sigurd Rebel. Thank you everyone, and I will see some way to more of the horsey girlies. I couldn't manage to get much on yet. Quite unfortunate. I had 9 tickets and I did well, I had 9,000 cards, so that's 6 pulls, nothing yet. But we'll see.